Here's a plate to go. A mini meal wrapped in plastic. The aroma hits your nose as you head home in traffic. Like how he take a bonus track, moonwalk into a classic. And now my DMs filled with I always knew you had it. Or I see you keeping at it. Or damn, you been snapping. We really need to catch up. Or you sexy, you can have it. That last one I snuck in like movie food. It's time to bring bucks in like hero movies do. It's time to bring bucks in like hero movies do. It's time to bring bucks in like hero movies do. This might be going nowhere. The podcast.
This is Ms. Persley. You already know that's MZ. Persley.
Don't forget that dot. And this is Peoples with a Z 330. Yo, shout out to Big Soulja, Draco in the motherfucking building. You know? Now, shout out to Soulja Boy. You've been making your runs. I just want to open the show by saluting. And this is episode 9. Titled Soulja and Shutdowns. We're going to be talking about a lot today, but shout out to Soulja Boy. Yeah.
It is officially safe to say that I am on one.
Yes. Welcome back. We appreciate everybody who was tuning in. I want a big shout. Let me start out with the shout outs today. Let's go ahead and we'll just start opening up with the shout outs. So, big ups to, of course, Soulja, Draco.
Super holla.
You know what I'm saying? Soulja Man. Shout out to the Joe Budden podcast, man. You always calling that nigga Soulja Man. I was crying.
Soulja Man.
Oh, but
and
yeah.
Joe Budden.
And all that cap. I watched.
No lie though. Seriously, let me sidebar this.
Go ahead.
Make a note, because I did watch the Joe Budden podcast, and I did note that he was just like, yo, I haven't even really watched that shit, and I'm gonna be honest, you know, a lot of people was like, Joe's hating, but I was like, yo, I watched the first episode that aired after he left, real talk, and then I watched the Soulja Man episode, so, you know, and honestly, I was glad to hear, like, I was like, yo, I'm not alone. Granted, he's the one that left and seems kind of, but
I watched the Everyday Struggle episode. Hilarious. It was very, very entertaining.
How many episodes have you watched since Joe Budden's left? Real talk.
Okay, this is what I do want to say. This is what I'll say.
Are you sure you're trying to preface it?
No, I'm not prefacing it. Listen, I did not fuck with it when they were trying to guest host. I didn't fuck with it when they was trying, star, whatever. I didn't fuck with it then. I do fuck with Wayno though. I like Wayno a lot. He grew up in the Rockefeller camp.
Again.
So hold on, let me get to it. I would say if I had to say how many episodes I've watched, I've probably watched about 12 or 13 now since Wayno's been doing it. I watched it
and how many times does it come on?
It comes on every day.
Every day.
So it comes on every day, but Thursday. But I'm not gonna lie, I am back watching Everyday Struggle because I really like Wayno.
Every day though, and you watched not even 2
but I'm
weeks
saying,
worth of episodes.
No, but I'm saying since they've came back on,
you watched. That's not even 2 weeks.
What I'm saying is, probably less than 13 episodes. If I'm
seriously, I'm saying
it's probably about 9.
Days in 2 weeks.
It's probably about 9. But what I'll say is since they've
literally now you're realistically saying it's about 9.
Yeah, but
that's that's a week and a half at best.
Okay. Cyber, all of that. What I'll say is I have been enjoying it since Wayno has been on the show. I wouldn't big ups to Wayno. I'm tuned back in. I did enjoy it. I do want to talk about.
You seem to have some valid input.
I'm going to have a segment in one of the episodes where I talk to Complex and Everyday Struggle specifically because y'all fucked up a good thing, but I am glad to see.
You know you fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Now you see now, You done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
But the co-host that they have now is dope. But yeah, shout out to Soulja. I like all of the big capping he's been doing. He's been getting his name up. I will say what everyone else has been saying. You know, I'm an artist myself, up and coming artist, and focus on the music. That Hit My Line is all right. You know what I'm saying? I do think that you should sit back for a minute, study the flow. You get a nice album deal out and really put out something that's dope, because you can produce shit, but then put out something where you actually rapping. So then you kind of starting to check off them boxes where it's like, all right, yeah, you came out with the hits, you changed the game with YouTube artist shit, you know what I'm saying? You produced tons of hits, people have kind of bitten off your flow, you was on the bullshit, you came back.
A great point about Drake's flow.
Yeah. Soulja Boy, oh yeah, hold on.
On the Breakfast Club.
Hold on. I gotta let y'all.
You know, Charlotte, the Breakfast Club be getting some dope interviews. I'm
do.
not gonna lie.
It's been a lot. I mean, I feel now with the wave of the Joe Budden show, I feel the wave of Complex,
and I mean,
Everyday
you guys
Struggle.
all of the celebrities are welcome to come and get on our show. Like, if you want to come through to my basement, you know what I'm saying? Waterfalls, baby.
Thirsty nigga.
It's gonna be amazing. There's a fish tank. SpongeBob. It's amazing. You guys can come here and we'll have, you know, some Hennessy for you.
Thirsty nigga.
What are you looking at now?
I'm looking at my shit.
Oh my gosh, my ultimate shit. Soulja Boy's hella.
Yeah.
Took a look in the mirror, said what's up. Yeah, I'm getting money.
So shout out to Big Soulja. But
took a look in the mirror, said what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so shout out to Soulja. But like I said, study the rap. Get some good shit where you actually spin bars. You can check all them boxes off. All right, so now I want to talk about Kevin Hart. Which I spelled wrong. But Kevin Hart and kind of. I'll be honest with y'all, I did not know what exactly was going on, why the Grammys, he didn't do the Grammys and then he did. The Grammys, he didn't do the Grammys and then he did.
What the fuck was that?
And then I was just, shout out to my Uncle Bob. He was talking to me today and he's like, yo, so what do you think about the Kevin Hart thing? Just wait for my tape.
Hey, listeners, we're all going to learn something together right now.
Yes. So Kevin Hart did a sketch probably about 10 years old now, and he was talking about with him being, he has nothing against the gay community, but since he's straight, he wants the same for his son. And he was telling this story. I kind of remember this sketch a little bit where he was like, his son was dancing and his son's friend was dancing there, another boy, and next thing he knows, he gets behind his son and his son is like twerking this boy, and he's like, yo, no, fuck that. So he goes over there and grabs his son, and he's like, hey.
This nigga gay.
It was the reaction from that gave a blowback where the Grammys was like, you know, I guess there was some shakiness if they wanted him to do it, and he just dropped out, which he should have. He shouldn't have did the Grammys, because I think this is pointing into one of those things where, let me just be honest with y'all. Now this is again my
Are you supposed to call them trannies though?
Trannies.
Like, I know that. No, I was sitting here thinking, like, somebody just got in trouble for saying that, they didn't want to kiss a tranny.
Really, nigga?
Like, there was another.
Okay, but here's
just got in trouble for that.
This all brings up a bigger topic that
they always talk
I'm
about,
going
like,
to
no, you're not supposed to say.
slightly open up a can of worms here, but I think it's very important because niggas don't kick that real, and I'm people's, and I'm all about that real.
I'm a real nigga.
There has been me being a black man and the shit that we've been going through that's now video documented for the world to see. We have a struggle with our place here in America and society. And it seems as if now the gay agenda has been pushed so much that it almost makes it seem like the plight of what we've been going through as a country is put on a back burner to enhance this gay agenda. Where it's like, I say, well, we still don't have enough Asians or enough Mexicans on TV shows. And they give us the one token black character, and now it's like they throw in the token gay character on everyone.
And it's every time you see them, though, it's always very stereotyped. So the Asian character's always overly work driven.
Yeah, tech head, a nerd.
Techie nerd, right.
Yeah.
Or very like rub it in your face, you dirty, you know what
The
I'm saying?
Hispanic character has a checkered past, but is all about the passion of the job.
They're either a gangbanger,
or like everyone fits this cog, but I think that we're starting to get...
Or you know what, and let's not leave out the Latinas, because they get cast as like maids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like every minority group they end up casting is very stereotypical, and it's not okay.
But here's my thing. We become so PC with shit. It's like, for one, as Kevin Hart is a comedian, you don't apologize for shit you say on that motherfucking stage. My guy.
I can't remember who it was that just got in trouble for saying they didn't want to kiss a transvestite.
And that's absolutely your thing.
I don't want to kiss a tranny. And they were like, it wasn't so much that he didn't want to kiss him, it was just that he called him a tranny. And I was like, wow.
So
really?
what?
Is that what the problem is?
I can't. I just can't. I'm going to continue to call them trannies. If a tranny has a problem with what I'm saying, come up to me.
It's a quick way to say it.
And you can throw those hands. That's just how I feel about that. If you're that upset about a title.
Shortened. Nobody says Timberlands. You say Timbs.
It's just ridiculous. If that's what your gripe is going to be with your place in the country is what I'm referring to you as, I'm sorry. I'm not going to.
Please don't be mad at me because I just prefer transvestites Timberlands, but I'm just giving an example of short.
But it's just ridiculous. Everyone is so PC.
It's ridiculous that I have to note that.
And look, here's my thing. This kind of goes into something else that I want to talk about. But shout out to Kevin Hart. Don't do the fucking ad. But that is one thing that I think that people are worried about, like the comedians that really respect where comedy's going with. Kevin Hart having his own production company. You see, now I'm starting to see a little bit of pushback from other comedic artists because they're like, oh, he's trying to accomplish what Tyler Perry is doing, which y'all know I don't really fuck with Tyler Perry's messages and his content, but I do like the fact that a black man
You don't like the fact that he cross-dresses for Jesus?
No.
Miss me with that gay shit, nigga. Fuck out of here. Fuck you mean. Fuck boy.
Shit. I absolutely do not. And I don't like how he played in Alex Cross, which was one of the most terrible movies I've ever seen.
Listen.
But him with a shotgun is just hilarious, period. Like him with a wife. Because come on, Taylor. We know Tyler.
I'm not going to, listen. I don't know.
Listen.
I don't know. I'm not going to say that.
Anyway.
However, I will say the casting was poor.
And how I heard he's treat his employees, because I've known people who've worked for him, and they said it's a terrible experience, and he treats the people.
The Boondocks, if you guys do not watch the Tyler Perry Boondocks episodes, like,
classic.
Get your life.
But they're worried about Kevin Hart with his Heartbeat production now doing the same thing, like having to have black comedian actors on the rise, placate and all of that. And I think that when they seen him do something like this, where it's like, bro, you really are apologizing for a comedy sketch that was not only 10 years old, but so what if you don't want your son to be gay and you made a joke about it? It was hilarious then, and if I watched it now, I would still laugh. But that's all I want to say about that. Now, going into this Gillette commercial, I did something pretty dope. Shout out to Unc again. He asked me about the Gillette commercial, and it led to me...
Dr. Bob.
Dr. Bob. Make sure y'all check him out at drbob.com. He does amazing.
That's doctored.
Yes, like Dr. ED and then Bob. And he does amazing artwork digitally. He sculpts things. He does Photoshop works. If you're an artist or if anyone who needs designing done, he does great work. So shout out him. Plug. But the Gillette commercial is talking about that. And I watched it. Now, when we watched the Gillette commercial, I'm going to watch it again with Purrs kind of now. We watched it separately. And I like that we watched it separately because I watched it and then I had her watch it and I left the room because I want to come back in and get her honest reaction. Now, as we're watching this, of course, you guys can't see this, but I'm going to be kind of talking about some of the things that I think was absolutely...
Beautiful black man in the opening.
Yes. And I have no gripes about that at all. I think that is a very nice touch, and it's nicely done.
Yes. Here's the thing. I am always for smart advertisements.
Okay.
If you will.
So here's my problem. The first problem that I have with this is, again, I understand very much what's going on with the Me Too movement.
It's the timing.
But it just seems like it's
you feel
another
like
company.
too soon?
Yeah, it seems like another company is cashing on, hey, we're going to get this Me Too movement going in and getting some dollars off of it. I don't fuck with that. And then here's my other thing. Now, as the commercial, I didn't understand when I was hearing people talk about this toxic masculinity thing.
The Me Too movement against sexual harassment.
Masculinity. Is this the best a man can get?
So, we watch the commercial, the boys breaking through, and they're talking about freak, blase, blah, everyone hates you, you're such a loser. And then, now, we watch the misogynistic tendencies. Okay, I'll even go, and the fact that it was a black woman as the maid in there did a little bit to make me feel uncomfortable, as the black maid and a white guy is trying to grab at her ass or whatever behind her.
I'm gonna be honest. She looked a little Latina.
Minority, period. Now, boys will be boys with the barbecue grills.
Allegations regarding sexual assault and sexual harassment.
So we have all of these faux news report ads about, what's going on with the Me Too movement.
We believe in the best in men. Men need to hold other.
Shout out to Terry Crews. Now the sexual assault shit, yeah. Now here's my first gripe. Now there's a commercial. This is just to the 10th. There's a part in the ad where they're taking a picture and someone says, "Smile, sweetie." And then the guy comes in with the black dude comes in with his super cape on. Come on, bro. Sweetie, she's a woman. And it's just like, really? I mean,
you know
really?
what, to be perfectly honest though, even though, I mean, the context in which, I don't know if they were supposed to be taking a picture or they were just
Yeah, they were about to take a photo. And he was saying smile.
I didn't see the camera.
Hold on.
Because when I seen it, no, they were just
Right there. There's the camera guy. The camera guy's right there behind him. So that was the point of it, like, smile, sweetie. And he's like, come on.
You see, I didn't notice the camera guy. I noticed more the comment of smile, sweetie, because if you're just minding your own business going about your day, just pause that.
Okay.
As a woman, if you're going about and you're just going about your day, getting whatever, and you always you're just minding your business. Oh, smile, sweetie. And that's just such a comment that women get to, from men. Just like we're just supposed to walk around looking like
dolls.
Barbie dolls.
That's okay.
With a permanent smile plastered on our face. And it's just like, you don't know what the conversation is, where my mind is, whatever it is that I'm doing. And I don't have to have a smile, actual grin on my face just to be happy.
You can walk around looking shit mad if you like all day. That's completely within your right.
And some people suffer from resting bitch face, like myself. So where if you're not paying attention, you look like you are in the worst of moods and fuck everyone. And it's not that. It's just, this is what we look like. So anyways, we're perfectly happy. But
my thing is that doesn't need to be, even in that context with the camera, it's ridiculous. And I've heard people, go as far as say, because I used to a lot of times with like if you are approached to by me, if you're a black woman, I'm usually going to call you a queen. And if you're a black man, I'm going to call you a king, because I think that it's very important for us to understand of our roles, our true roles in society, where we really come from and what we're really made of. And even though we're depicted to be as less than adults, irresponsible, children, sex-driven, bullies, irrational,
animals.
Flippant women, black women. No, we're queens. Y'all are queens. We're kings. We're royal. And when I see white people or someone else, I usually call them, if it's a woman, I say angel. Now, here's my thing. My thing is with that is...
Angel?
Yeah. Just if it's someone that I know, that I care for, that is white, and I'm if it's someone who I have a good rapport with. But what I say by that, that's just my thing. But what I'm saying by that is...
That sounds like they're heaven sent. It's a stretch for me.
Well, no. I'm just saying... That's just something. It used to be sweetheart or sweetie or hey sweetie or hey excuse me sweetheart. Now it'll be hey angel, could you, if I don't know your name yet. So that's just that would be my go-to. But I've had people say, oh, you know, calling a woman sweetheart. The president's got in trouble for saying that to someone.
Sweetheart is a little much.
Like Obama's got in trouble for saying that. When I say the president, I'm always referring to Obama. And I'm just like...
Because otherwise it's 45.
Yeah. And my thing, or Agent Orange. But here's my thing. It's just getting ridiculous. It's all fucking ridiculous. Then the next part of this, here's this next part of this commercial.
To say the right thing.
Say the
To
right.
act the right way. Not cool.
Now, in the next scene where the black dude is also caping, there's a girl that's walking down the street. Very, very beautiful woman. So, okay, I get it. For me, I'm saying for me, I'd be attracted to her. And the dude's standing there, and he's about to get off the wall to go talk to her. Now, when he said, not cool, bro, as I'm watching the video, I'm in my head imagining that he was whistling or calculating, but I couldn't hear anything because I'm also talking to my uncle. As I play it back, he didn't do anything, but he was about to walk up and to approach her. So are we saying that it's so bad that if you see someone you're attracted to and you're about to walk up and approach them, somebody should jump up and say, not cool, bro. You shouldn't go and talk to her because she looks attractive. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's just all getting too motherfucking much. Now, I've been one of the people that say, yo, we treat women like sexual objects and as things that we can one up. Like, oh yeah, I hit that. That's in my bag. And I always felt like that's kind of disgusting as a society for us to okay that and add dollars to it. But at the same time, in this commercial, it's none of that. It's like, stop making us not to feel like to say something like, oh, well, boys will be boys. Yeah. If my son is trying to jump off of the couch to do a wrestling move that he's showing me, and I'm like, oh, he just got fucked up. Yeah, boys will be boys. He's gonna bang himself up.
I know how to do the people's elbow.
That's fine, but it's not anything wrong with you making a generalization that. And when you see a girl that's like that, I'm always like, yo, those are really cool girls. If you're gonna be a girl that plays,
I would like to tombstone somebody.
Rock bottom somebody.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's like it's nothing wrong with saying, oh, because if I said that.
But here's the thing, it's all about context. And I get that some of it was over dramatized.
Say what?
Over dramatized. Dramatized.
You are correct, sir.
Over dramatized. Are we gonna ding that?
I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up for that one.
I'm knee deep in this. Okay, so some of it.
It's just done.
The good majority of it was over dramatized.
Yes.
However, I still get the context in which they were trying to apply it. I get that they're saying, "Yo, do better. We can do better." And I appreciate that idea. I appreciate that ideal. Now, given the fact that you're trying to give that idea and that ideal for $1, kind of lessens
the whole message. And here's the good thing, and here's the other thing that they did. So they put a whole bunch of topics in there. So if you glance at a couple of those things, you wouldn't necessarily notice it right off the bat, but it's like, okay, somebody picking on somebody being bullied.
They put enough good context in there.
So to make you say, oh yeah,
where the 65% terrible context slid past your attention.
And it's like, oh yeah, stand up for this instead of, but it's like, come on, y'all. Stop trying to demasculine us and make us feel like.
Only 35% of this is valid.
Yeah, because it's like.
35% is so emotional.
Boys fighting.
That you're going to negate the other 65% that's really pushing the fucking envelope.
Like you got a bunch of guys standing there at barbecue grills and then you see the boys wrestling. I'm like, yo, chill out. Yeah, boys will be boys. I'm gonna still stop y'all from fighting, if I see that y'all gonna hurt each other. But at the same time, I'm not gonna say, oh, that's not how a young man is supposed to act. I'm gonna be like, yo, y'all boys will be boys. Y'all will wrestle. Y'all will fight over. We play football, right? That's what America does too. Football is a bunch of grown-ass men wrestling, slamming each other, and trying to do physical harm to each other to win a game.
Would you recommend your child play football?
I would not.
All right, good.
That's not my shit. But I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh my God, if I see you tackle each other, stop it. Stop it! That is not how men carry themselves. It's getting out of hand. Everything is so fucking PC. It's like, it's ridiculous. And let it live. So that's where I stand at with that. That's my rant when it comes to that. But I do want to talk about, it's a couple I want to kind of run through. the government layoff. Now, the government layoff, if y'all don't know, a lot of government workers are now either still working without pay.
Forced to return to work without getting paid.
Now, if you may ask yourself, well, why exactly? I've heard about the government shutdown. I hear people say shit like, they know that the food stamps will be getting cut. Okay, so that's affecting people.
Though, that you were behind on bills. You just came back from Vegas because you work for the government and we get paid. You know what I'm saying? I'm using my next. Seriously, and now I have to go back to work without getting paid.
And it's like, when you think about that, you think about the TSA workers that aren't working. These are people who y'all entrusting to make sure that the flights, no one's bringing weapons and shit into work. If you're telling me, I'm about to go in and work 8.5, 9 hours for $0.
You wish it was a box.
Man, you know what? Maybe I didn't give the thorough pat down. I didn't feel like checking that bag.
This is why I don't work for TSA, guys.
I'm just saying. So when we think about this, so let me let y'all know, since everyone out there, a lot of people, I educated myself just before we even started this podcast. There's $5.8 billion motherfucking dollars. I want y'all to think about what $5.8 billion could be used for. And I'm going to get to my point about this in a moment. Trump, Agent Orange, wants a border wall built, and he wants $5.8 billion to be put towards it.
We don't want cement, we want steel.
So listen.
So happens. Did you do the research about the steel?
Yes.
All right.
Which also government contracted. It's going to be hands being washed for the steel that's going to be used and being made and built for this wall. But guess what? Democrats are saying, no, we're not going to have that, because he tries to make it seem like there's going to be immigrant children that will be helped with this. What he's not telling you is the immigrant children can't apply for asylum at the border. They'll have to do it from their country. And it's going to exclude adults. So it's not even adults. The adults that won't be able to be asylum will have to fill out these forms for children in a language that they may not be able to understand. And they'll have to do it in the country in which they're trying to run away and seek refuge from. So it's all fuck shit. And I'm completely against it. But the fact that he's so stuck in the ground over something that means absolutely nothing in the grand scale of things, with the financial system the way it is, with natural energy the way it is, with the ozone layer the way it is, with national threats with North Korea and Russia and other places the way that they are, and the fact that international relationships are in the shit right now, and what you choose to focus on is a motherfucking wall. And you have American workers every day that are going to work and knowing that they're absolutely getting paid $0 motherfucking dollars is a shame. You, sir, are a piece of American shit. That's exactly what you are. And I feel like it's terrible. You got people like Cardi B, shout out to Cardi B, who's going up there and having to argue with people and conservative fuckheads like that bitch. I don't even know her name right now. They would go in there and try to pick a fight with her talking about.
I know her name.
What's her name?
I'm not going to say it.
Oh, okay. Well, we ain't give her no light. But my thing is this. You would sit there and argue with that woman instead of saying, hey, you talking about women subject, and we're going to be watching that video, by the way, as well. I can't wait to watch that video. You talking about Cardi B and y'all subjugating women. You absolutely hate. You're right, Cardi. She hating because she can't twerk. She probably is stiff as a motherfucking board.
And yes, you right, Cardi. Yes, you would dog walk her.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
Absolutely.
I would pay good money to see it.
Absolutely. And my thing is, why don't you go focus, bitch, on why people aren't getting paid to go work? What can we do to get this motherfucker out of office? That's what you need to be focused on.
How about if you love the American veterans so much, then why don't you research on why so many of them are homeless? Why so many are committing suicide at a higher rate each year? Why so many of them have post-traumatic stress syndrome? And why there aren't more programs developed to help them when there's so many millions of dollars in the budgets to be able to go to unnecessary war?
Facts.
Don't fucking start.
Facts. Now, I just want to close this and saying prayers to everyone. But she has so many
motherfucking words for Colin Kaepernick, who decides to kneel.
Colin.
Yes. I don't know why I keep doing that. I'm sorry, Colin.
Okay. I just want to say prayers to everyone out there, all the government workers. We appreciate y'all still continuing to do y'all's motherfucking job when there is a president in office that has yet to do his. Moving on, shout out to Chris Brown. I knew when I heard about the rape allegations, you, like I said, you are someone I champion. You've made mistakes, you're flawed, but I knew you didn't have nothing to do with this motherfucking rape. It was over in Paris. He was actually being held. A woman said that Chris Brown raped you. Now, let's be clear on this. If anything was done, if I come and I'm having a get together, you come back to my room, you and your homegirls or whatever may happens, and it's 20, 25 dudes there. If something happens, the person I am, I feel responsible just in the fact
Can
that...
I just say this? Can I just...
Go ahead. Go ahead.
As females, women, ladies, broads, chicks, all of it. Those who identify as whatever the fuck. Would you please stop going to hotel rooms after, say, dark?
Yeah.
When you have no intention upon fucking?
Yes.
Seriously? Can I just ask that?
Yes. Because what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you there to get?
Go back to Netflix and chill.
Right. Okay. Because Chris Brown's only going to be in Paris tonight, and he has nothing better to do than to fucking sit back and watch Bird Box with y'all and 20 of the niggas. That's what they're going to do in the hotel. No, it's going to be drugs, drinking, turned up litness, and are you fucking or sucking? Let's be real. And if you someone who carries yourself in high regards,
and that's just like for me to say, oh, that's ridiculous for you to say somebody can't go to a hotel room at 2:30 in the morning and just be able to sit back and relax. Yes, that's exactly what the fuck it is that I'm saying. But it's absolutely ridiculous for you to expect to go to a hotel room with a person of another sex or the same sex if that's how you roll. After a certain fucking time and not expect to be getting it in on some motherfucking level. So, you sound ridiculous to me.
But it comes back that not only, like I said, I would be making sure that everyone was taken care of. But my thing is this. Not only did they not say like, oh, somebody there did something, she actually said that Chris Brown sexually assaulted me. And come to find out, Chris Brown was not even there.
We're going to have a DTF clause. We're going to have a DTF waiver that's going to be put out there. You're going to need to sign this waiver, or you can go.
But hold on,
cabs, drivers.
Purse.
You can't be like, I couldn't get home. No, we got
hold on,
Purse.
Hold on. Here's the thing. I don't give a fuck about none of that. The thing is, she lied on him, and he was with his girlfriend, not even there in the vicinity at all.
But so he's still being held.
But exactly. But here's the problem. My thing is, after you get vindicated, no one ever then, the person who lied on you has faced no penalties or consequences.
Not okay.
There's no press run that person has to go do and say, yo, my name is clear. Because there's some people.
I also feel like every person that has been an actual victim of assault should then, that's not okay for them, because now you're trying to lessen someone else's true claim
when it
actually happens. Because it's not to say
because I would have a
celebrity
with
is
your name
above
on it.
being able to assault someone.
No,
it happens, and you know what I'm saying, seriously. So it's not to say you're not above or below doing that to another individual. However, don't lie.
Because my thing is this: when this comes out, there's tons of media outlets that will release the story, Chris Brown arrested on rape, and there'll be tons of people who say, oh yeah, that's Chris Brown. That's probably what happened. Or I wouldn't put it past him. Or damn, yeah. And it's like,
what happened with Rihanna?
And
you know what I'm saying? Everybody's talking
and it's
shit.
fucked up. And I'm not down for it. So shout out to Chris Brown. I'm glad you were exonerated. Get back to killing shit and being the king of R&B that you were.
And thumbs down to that broad, lying ass bitch.
Now let's talk about the Super Bowl. So Travis Scott and Big Boy will be doing the Super Bowl, and there's been a lot.
Wow.
Now Travis Scott came out.
No, I'm not shocked about Travis Scott doing it. Let me be honest, and maybe whatever. However, I am shocked about Big Boy doing it.
Now let me tell you about this past. Academics was talking about in Nick Cannon's new podcast. Shout out to Nick Cannon. He's been talking about people having cultural, I can't think of the word right now, but it's like a cultural amount of weight that they carry that they could get away with, such like a cultural credit. So if you've stood on the right side of things for so long, like someone like Big Boy and Killer Mike and them have, then when some fuck shit comes up like this, then you could participate and you get less flack by the internet than someone like Travis Scott. Now let me explain to y'all why Travis Scott is getting more flack from the get-go, and then I'll let y'all know how I feel about this. Now, Travis Scott, it came up and Travis Scott, I've been rocking with his music. I like his new album he came out with, preface all of that good shit. But when Mike Brown got killed, Travis Scott on his Twitter, they brought up a tweet where he was saying, well, we don't know what Mike Brown might have done to have been shot and killed like that.
Are you dumb?
Motherfuckers found that tweet, and I'm glad they did, because shit like that, it needs to be brought up when you make a mistake, not to drag somebody in the mud, because anyone can say something sideways. But when you make a mistake, when you make a mistake like that, and you say some ignorant shit like that, then you need to have people hold you accountable, because now that you're influencing other people with your art, you want them to say, hey.
You're influencing people with your ignorance.
Exactly. So you want them to know the next time, like when Lil Wayne said, I don't know nothing about Black Lives Matter and all of that. Niggas had to come for this nigga's throat.
Why did you,
because it is not that we don't respect what you did, but we also need to hold you accountable.
You're killing me, Smalls.
So Travis Scott.
And you know what? And I still really don't fuck with Travis Scott music. But like that. It doesn't move me.
I feel you, but I do like Travis Scott music. But what I'll say is, Big Boy, they're doing the Super Bowl in Atlanta, and I'm doing it for my city.
He doesn't have any catchy tunes. But can I tell you what I think about that?
Go ahead.
A broke clock is right 2 times a day.
No, Travis Scott make waves. I can't hate. Travis Scott make waves. It's to the point where you gotta have, like, the artists feel like they have to have him on the songs because they're biting his sound. Like a lot of shit. But anyway,
I'm gonna have to do some more research.
Regardless
How about
of
that?
all
I'm
of
gonna
that.
say that I'm still slightly ignorant to maybe the impact that Travis Scott has had on music.
Oh yeah, it's been crazy.
So I'm gonna do a little bit more research and delving into his sound.
And we'll bring it back up. But there is no pass to be given for doing a Super Bowl. I'm going to do a live. I've been getting my area together because I'll be doing a lot of live videos lately, and we'll be having a lot of talks on my various platforms. But I'm going to talk about the Super Bowl. No, I will not be watching
Was Wayne hanging out with Kanye maybe when he made that statement?
I don't know. But
I don't know.
But I think that we have to hold everyone accountable. Came up to Travis said he spoke to Colin Kaepernick and he had okayed, him performing, and one of the things will be that the NFL have to donate $500,000 to a minority cause. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Because the NFL can write that check.
Travis Scott could have called me today and I would have told Travis Scott, man, do what you feel like you need to do. And I would just sit back and watch what it is that you do.
Colin Kaepernick, when reached back, it was made a point that he did not have a conversation to give him his blessings. He said, all right, if you're going to do it, I appreciate you at least reaching out and telling me. But it is what it is. Fuck the NFL.
I don't fuck with you.
And I'm not watching the Super Bowl. And I feel like I keep hearing people talk about.
I caught a couple.
I watch highlights.
Just chilling.
Yeah, if I'm over there, I'm not gonna make nobody turn the channel. That's on y'all.
Exactly. I'm not about to change the channel.
But I don't subscribe to y'all. I don't give you. I don't tune in. I'll watch some illegal shit if they have it on YouTube before y'all shut them down. If I feel interested. Because I don't feel like, and I would tell my kids, hey, if you're tossed up between basketball and football, do basketball. Basketball will be the biggest sport. Mark my words on this. It is growing and growing, and it's dope. But football, y'all talk about we need to have this talk and we need to really sit down. I'm telling y'all right now, don't watch it. I don't need to throw no motherfucking Super Bowl party. I can throw parties for tons of other things.
Is nationally flagrant.
Yeah, I don't fuck with y'all. Y'all don't take care of y'all's veterans. Y'all are very sexist and monogamous in y'all and misogynist in y'all's organizations.
Ignored concussion.
Y'all don't have any. Y'all don't have one minority owner. Not one person of color owns any of the 32 motherfucking teams.
Not near.
How about this? I'll go one step further. There are officially 2 black coaches, head coaches at all.
Duh.
One of them is Mike Tomlin.
Duh.
And the other one, matter of fact, he might be the only one that's left now because I think the other one was just fired who was for the Jets. And the one who was for Cincinnati was also fired. So there is only one black coach, and that is Mike Tomlin for my Steelers. So I know I don't fuck with the NFL. It is very slave master, just like Brian said. So that's how I feel. Fuck the Super Bowl.
Fuck the Super Bowl and fuck the NFL.
Now you said something about.
However, super shouts out to the players that have worked their asses
Yes,
off.
I support y'all. Go to work.
And continue doing
get them
y'all's job
checks.
and getting y'all's checks.
Now, pay-per-view rap battle. I'm excited. I am excited. There will be a lot of pay-per-view rap battles. Cassidy's coming back to battle. I've been talking about that. Me and Eastside Mass, shout out to Eastside Mass. We're doing a show that's going to be a battle rap podcast show. I'm really excited about that.
Shouts out to Eastside Mass, definitely.
But pay-per-view rap battle, I like where that's going. We talked about that, food stamps. 5G. I'm going to make this quick. 5G is coming out. Oh, y'all like 5G. Y'all, what is that?
We ain't even really getting 4G.
4G.
So maybe when 5G come out, we can actually get some legit 4G popping off. All right.
4G LTE was the first wave. 5GE, a lot of the new phones this year will be supporting it. iPhone 11s, Galaxy 10s, all of these phones will be supporting 5G.
Oh, it's just going to be the iPhone 11?
Yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, I smelled that. Y'all smelled it? Is that the hate? That is definitely the hate. Yes, iPhone motherfucking 11 will be coming out.
Anyways, because you guys just paid for the 10. And I'd
but the Huawei's
I'd be pretty pissed.
Well, you can always resell them because they're an iPhone. But
I guess what y'all
all
do
of
with
the
crack screens
phones,
and all of that shit.
Basically, your 5G will be faster than your home internet. So in select markets, it's not going to be everywhere. Everyone won't have it.
Of course not.
But if you could think about it like this, if
pay a lot of money for some shit, you're only getting in select sections of the city.
Yeah, that's how it starts off. And if I could say what it would be, think about you being able to stream a whole movie instantly with no lag or buffering right away. Like you can, and you could shift through them how you shift through your Instagram videos now. You could shift through movies and they would play that fast.
You mean like what 4G is supposed to do?
Yeah, I don't know. But that's 5G. Oh, and a music shift. I wanted to talk about this quickly. We're going to have a larger conversation about this, but a music shift is happening in the smarter rap, and I'm really excited about that because that's exactly what it is, the fuck that I do. And Feed the People is coming, and it is very much smart rap. So why are there not more female hip-hop producers? That's a good question we're going to talk about. Purrs is actually deviling into production and is doing a amazing job.
Dabbling.
So, yeah, I think that there should be more female producers.
I'm in school for sound engineering with the Los Angeles Film School. Shout out. Yeah, and so yeah.
We should have more female producers, and we have
actually Peoples. If he actually stops bullshitting, we'll have one of my songs completed with a rap on it. So
yeah. So look forward to that. But yeah, I got to get back in the studio. We're going to go to throwbacks to go back to.
Throwbacks to go back to.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Yours is
Boondock Saints.
Boondock Saints. A great movie.
Boondock Saints. Now, don't get it twisted with the Boondocks. It is not Huey and Riley. Okay? Granddad. It's none of that. It's Boondock Saints. And I'm honestly, if you haven't seen it, the following to this movie, the budget for this movie was significantly low compared to what movie budgets traditionally are. And you'll see some of your characters from The Walking Dead appear in there that you'll be happy to see. But this is a throwback. Willem Dafoe was actually in this movie. You know, it is a serious, right, that's the Green Goblin. So, you'll get to, it is an amazing movie.
It is.
It's, one of my favorites. I'm a huge, but the cult following for this movie was so massive that it caused the, Patrick Duffy, if I'm not mistaken, is the producer for this movie, director. And he made Boondock Saints 2. So if you get the chance, you watch them both. You watch Boondock Saints 1 and 2.
Action everywhere.
Oh my gosh. And it's the prayer alone, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah,
but
don't do it.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to completely geek out. But just know that, let me just say this about the prayer. The prayer is so dope, although I'm not going to do it. Okay? I would if somebody asked me. Nobody's asking? Okay, no, seriously though. The prayer is so dope that I have the t-shirt with the prayer on it. Like
Nerd alerts!
I bought this
Nerd
shirt.
alerts!
Get a life, nerd.
I have the Boondock Saints shirt with the prayer on the front of it. So
are a nerd.
Right, we gotta get a sound effect for that.
Oh, I have one. It'll be in there.
Yeah.
Now I'll do mine, and in April something will be happening. There will be a shift in the video game world once again.
For those Espanol speakers.
Let's see. Mortal Kombat 11 will be coming out. I am motherfucking super. Niggas can't fuck with me in Mortal Kombat. I'm going to let you know. It actually Kombato
Muerte.
But anyway, Mortal Kombat the movie is amazing. In 1995, I was a small child.
Oh my gosh, Luke Kane.
Mortal Kombat. Listen, that movie was so motherfucking good. At the end, I'm in there with my unc. Again, shout out to Unc's theme. But I'm in there at the movie theater as a kid, and you're just watching the cutscene where everyone poses at the end.
Real talk though. That was one of the movies. Because I love Mortal Kombat. I love the fact that you even picked this. Yes. But this was, I don't know if anybody else, because I have a lot of family. I have a big family. I have a lot of brothers, a lot of sisters, an insane number of cousins. It's ridiculous. But did you ever watch movies with your like cousins and your siblings and shit, and you'd be like, "That's me, that's you," and then like you would pick your characters in the movie? Mortal Kombat was one of those movies that you would pick the character that you were in the movie.
And then you would be upset, like when if your character is killed.
If your character died, because you like.
Because you're like, I wouldn't have went out like that.
Because Luke Kang died, man. Everybody wanted to be Luke. Who didn't want to do the bicycle kick?
But my thing about that is it did spawn Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which was a rushed and poorly made movie.
No, God!
Why?
I don't know why they had Spanish Goro on there with Shiva. People died bad. They just rushed through people and killed them like the cyborgs wouldn't have to explain. It's
like a lot of bad players got on the sticks.
Listen, please make another Mortal Kombat movie. I'm dying for y'all to do this. It will be good.
The levels
it is done right.
Of CGI at this point.
Oh, man, it will be fire.
The technicalities and technical advancements that have been made available.
Mortal Kombat.
Make it happen. If you guys are out here doing the other shit that you're doing, you're making Mufasa. First of all, let's talk about it.
Okay, wait.
You're making me watch Mufasa die in CGI.
This is going to be amazing.
Okay,
we're going to get to those in a moment, but
why can't you remake Mortal Kombat?
Here we go. I want to talk about. You know what? Before we get into that segment, let's keep it there because there's something I wanted to reach back to anyway. And speaking of CGI movies, if you haven't, check out the trailer. We were just talking about Lion King. It does look amazing. But there is another movie that is coming out. There are two movies that are coming out that I'm very interested in. One, they've released the trailer. It is Pikachu Detective Pokemon. When I tell you such a great job was done on this movie just from the trailer, I am actually excited about it. Because
Ryan Reynolds is Pikachu. Come the fuck on.
I mean, it almost seems like the movie's not going to be PG. But I fuck with it. Like
it's not Deadpool, but it's kind of like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's a good concept. It feels fun. It doesn't feel too kiddie. And I think that the way that they have the CGI characters interact with the actors in there is spot on. And it's like the worlds combining. So I am excited about that. But I say all of that. There is something I've been wanting to talk about real quick. I am a video game person. I grew up a video game nigga. Sega Genesis was my first video game system. When I tell y'all that Sonic came with the Sega Genesis.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic is one of the most iconic video games of all time, and it is in my top three video games of all time. Okay.
Tell me you didn't feel them spikes anytime you lost. Did
That
you
is a
jump
fact.
anytime
That is a fact.
Sonic hit the spikes?
When I could become supersonic, you could not tell.
Stop
Listen,
it.
I wanted to run fast enough that my feet would actually drag across like that niggas was. I wanted to run that fast. And I almost broke my ankle several times trying to run and then think I could just coast with my toes. As Sonic does. But they're coming out with a movie.
Wait, no.
I did.
We're not going to let it slide.
I did. I would run,
listen,
and I thought I could glide because I was going fast enough that I could be Sonic. Yo, when I say I used to see niggas running with their hands behind their back trying to run like Sonic, it was if they would have came out with a Sonic shoe the way they have now, oh, they would have made billions of dollars. Sonic had us niggas thinking the emeralds were real and could be chased and you could improve your life.
Yo, Adidas could make a Sonic shoe.
They came out with one now. It's fire. Anyway, Sonic the movie is coming out. Okay. If it is bad, I will let you all know. I am going to fuck this movie.
I'm going to write a letter if that movie's bad.
Oh. I cannot. The ways that I will be fucking that up. So, yes, Sonic coming out. We covered everything else. Couple things that we'll talk about before we get into Resurrect 1. I want to review Future's album and a quick review. It is better than I thought it would be. The first 6 songs are pretty good. I'll do some more in depth on my own time. But it's pretty cool. I like a couple. Like I said, it's top heavy. As it gets past like number 8, I start falling off with the album. I do like some of the content change. He did admit he stopped drinking lean, but I don't really know how long and how much he really had been doing lean and Percocets anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get back with you on that album review. I didn't listen to it.
Yeah, it's not anything that
I'll
I'm
get
going
to it.
through, but
We don't have to at this time.
if I had to end this episode with anything, any sort of message, I just want y'all to continue to. I was talking to my sister. Shout out my sister.
Hey, Alex.
I was telling her how important it is to find what really makes you tick.
Message.
And what I mean by that is, even if you're a doctor or a nurse or a mechanic or an electrician or a contractor, if you're doing something only for pay,
or a musician,
make sure it's the thing that's going to make you most happy in the world, because you may end up doing it the rest of your life. Again, this is something that may find you on your way home from work, your way to work, something you may listen to in the trap, something you may listen to while you're studying.
This might be something that you listen to while you're looking in your refrigerator for something to eat.
This might be going straight to number 1. This might be going to Spotify. This might be going to YouTube. Or this might be going nowhere. The podcast. We're going to take a little smoke break. Grab your ports. Cowboy Killers, Black and Miles. You know, wherever your vice is. I'm White Owl Whipping. You know, if you don't smoke, don't worry. Vibe out. We back in a minute. Feed the people. Spaced out, staring at light fixtures. Bubba cushion crown becoming my night mixture.